Hello and welcome back to more Persona 5 Royal, where last time we escaped the palace, which didn't really lead us anywhere, but I've been assured in the comments that future palaces will actually have purposes. It won't just be a thing where we run in and then they say, oh, lol, why did we come here again? And then we run out. So, I'm looking forward to future palaces being more exciting than that. Also, people told me in the comments that the way the weakness thing works, because I did the analyze thing yesterday, but it didn't actually show me any weaknesses, it just showed me a bunch of question marks. I was informed that the way it works isn't that the game just hands you a free pass when it comes to telling you weaknesses. It's more of like, once you discover a weakness, you don't have to remember it, the game will remind you, like, once you use something that acts as that counters an enemy's weakness, then the game will automatically store that information in your analysis screen, so you don't have to remember for the future. So that's good to know. Thank you all for letting me know that. Just a future reference. Any tips that you guys have for me will be very greatly appreciated, because this game is ginormous, and it's a learning experience, so, you know, I'm still kind of figuring things out as we go along. Also, one last thing before we get started. Did not expect to see the amount of people in the comments I did say that they actually listened to my whole meandering ramble while we were watching that guy get beat up by a volleyball over him again, so thanks for the support. I was honestly not expecting. I expected many people would just be like, "Oh, he's talking again. All right, skip." But you know, it's always nice to see that kind of support. So thank you all as always for those kinds of comments. Anyway, let's get to work. So we're on a quest, and that quest is to expose Kamoshida's wrongness to the world. So our first stop on the quest is to head to Classroom 2D, and thankfully we can do that easily now because we have this thing called fast travel. So now, instead of having to wander around every single door trying to find the faculty office, we can just go boop to immediately travel to where we need to go, and then head down, I believe, this direction to go to classroom. There's 2C's right there, so 2D is right here. All right, let's enter the world of 2D. We are still 3D. The classroom name is a lie to me. Okay, so who are we talking to? I'm assuming you, because you're isolated. Yep, okay.
What? Are you skipping out on the volleyball rally? I guess I expected from you, transfer.
Yeah, you know, given how your face looks right now, I wouldn't be in a position. I wouldn't think you'd be in a position where you'd be ready to defend the volleyball team and be like, "What? You guys aren't supporting the volleyball team? Why wouldn't you do that? It's not like anything bad ever happened to anyone who supported a volleyball team." What? Don't look at my face.
That's the guy who was over at that castle. You too, Sakamoto? What do you guys want?
To help you.
It's from practice. What does that have to do with anything?
Interesting way to phrase that.
Kamoshida did it to you, right?
I would have been less direct with so.
I ain't gonna tell anyone you squeal.
So the reason why I wasn't as direct with mine, because I wanted to ease him into, I didn't want to, like, I didn't want to open it up, like, dropping the bombshell of, boom, we know you're getting abused by your, bump the mic again. Boom, we know you're getting abused by the volleyball coach, and he'd be like, wait, what? I wanted to kind of, you know, step up to the topic, but no, Ryoji's like, bam, we know what's going on here. Fess up or else.
Just tell us about how Kamoshida's abusing you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
See, this is what happens when you open with the big stuff, Ryoji. I gotta be honest, I really do not like these, like, I wouldn't say either of these things. I would never say this. And, like, I mean, I guess an alternate version of saying this would be like, I understand if you would be apprehensive about coming forward about this, I understand what the implications could be. We have your support all the way kind of thing. We'll be here with you, whatever you want to do, every step of the way kind of thing. I would not just say, you afraid, or, lol, you're a coward. No, I hate both these options. I really do not like some of the options, some of the binary options I've been given by the game in terms of dialogue options so far.
I'm not. You guys are talking complete nonsense.
Don't try and hide it. We already know.
You know? You have proof. Well, this is ridiculous. Please, leave me alone. You're really bothering me.
I imagine if we tape one of the volleyball practices, we should probably get some proof pretty easily.
Alright, that's enough. Come on. That injury ain't normal, and he still won't fess up.
He almost did. The fact that he said, wait, you know, as in you have proof, it didn't seem like he was saying, and you can prove this statement, can you now? It was more like, wait, you have proof? As in, like, yes, someone's finally gonna bring him down, so something tells me we're on the right track here.
Crap. If we keep going at this pace, the ball game's gonna end.
Ryuji, we just started. We have time. Trust me. Let's split up. No, I don't. No, don't. I don't want to be by myself, and I definitely do not want you to do your own thing. I don't want either of those things to happen. But it appears that splitting was my only option, so I guess I guess leave it to me.
It's nice of you, but I'm down for just splitting up, though. I'll check the practice building for people before clubs start. You handle the classroom building.
I don't like this
He's
plan.
on the volleyball team that I remember. I think he's in 3C. He was getting beat pretty badly at the castle. He might have some injuries here too. Anyways, I'll hit you up if I find anything.
I don't like this plan. Don't like this at all. Okay. Find the 30 volleyball players we said, classroom 3C. Okay, let's open up our map. We can go to third floor. 3C is not here. Doesn't look like. We see 2D. Okay, maybe it's not labeled. I guess. I mean, logic dictates it would be here, but I was looking for the label on the map, but apparently it's not here. Okay, so 3C would presumably be up. This is 1C. This is. Okay, so does that mean if I go to the first one that we'll find classroom 3C? Is that how this? Okay, alright, they did a switcheroo on me. Is that okay? Okay. Interesting. So I thought the way this works was that it was, you know, first floor classroom. That's how this worked when I was in school. Was first floor you have classrooms labeled 1 dash something. Floor 2, 2 dash something. Floor 3, 3 dash something. But they did a little switcheroo on me, and they're like, lol, we'll get him. We'll see what we'll do here is we'll switch the numbers around. That'll trick him. He'll make the foolish mistake of assuming that the classrooms that start with the number 3 will be on floor 3, especially since the classrooms labeled 2 dash something were on floor 2. But that's where they get you. That's where we'll trip him up. And it's okay. Thanks, game. Anyway, so that's 3D and that's 3E. I did not want to open up that. I went one too far. Let's head on back to 3C because they completely messed me up with this stuff. I don't see any students with any noticeable injuries. Well, maybe these guys. Or at least the one on the right. Man, cleaning up after the volleyball route is going to be such a goddamn pain. Interesting word choice. You got something to say? How did you get hurt? It's from practice, yeah. So what the other guy said. I know who this guy is. He's that transfer student who's been hanging out with Sakamoto. Oh, I get it. You're trying to snoop on Mr. Kamoshida, right? Look, if our volleyball team performs at a national level, of course, practice is going to be tough. Mr. Kamoshida is dedicated to training us. I believe everything because Sakamoto. Okay, so dedicated to training doesn't mean physically and or verbally abusing you. That's not how this works. Or I mean, well, okay, let me rephrase that. It's unfortunately how it works in a lot of sports teams. I know from as I went over this yesterday. It's not uncommon, unfortunately. But it shouldn't be how it works, that's for damn sure. Don't talk like you know. We should stop talking to him. What if he loses and starts attacking us? I'm trying to help you, you idiots. I heard he even carries a knife around. Who knows what he's capable of? Oh my god. How's it going? Not well. I mean, I should have known. I guess it was a bad omen from the start that things weren't going to be going well when I went to the third floor and I didn't find the series of 3 classrooms. You tell me first. No good, everyone's too freaked out about Kamoshida. I still got a lead first year, a new member. He just joined, so it might not be well wrapped up in Kamoshida's web of bullshit yet. Go ask around with the first year, see if you can find him. Checking messages, you can view... Okay, yeah, we know this. Only the 50... The 50 is gonna... That's a lot. Okay, that's a big number for in-game voice... Or, sorry, in-game text messages. Oh, boy. Okay. Well, find the first-year volleyball player. Sure. What you want to ask me to find the Ark of the Covenant while you're at it? Maybe the Holy Grail? Maybe a needle in a haystack? Okay, well, I'm just gonna do basic logic. If we check floors 2 and 3, does it stand to reason? Oh, sorry. I messed up again. I messed up again. I assume my brain. I did it again. My brain automatically assumed we were on floor 3, even though I knew that it was on floor 1, because I just logically assume that the classrooms that start with the number 3 would be on floor 3. I did it again. I keep making this silly mistake. Okay, let me rephrase. We've checked floors 2 and 1. So the only floor we haven't checked yet is floor 3. So does it stand to reason that the first year students would be somewhere on floor 3? I don't know, but we'll check here just in case. Okay. Find the first year volleyball player. Well, had transfer okay, not. You are an injured volleyball player. Are you the one that we are trying to find? I mean, you're an injured volleyball player, so I guess we'll try you. Huh? Yeah, I'm on the volleyball team. What do you want? What are those like, it's not an abnormal question to ask. Oh, what happened to you, man? Oh, these? It happened during practice. Oh, we can break you easily. Of all the people we've talked to so far, you seem like the easiest that we can get to agree to come forward about this. It happened during practice. I mean, everyone on the team's got injuries like this. That's not a good thing. You know, when you play volleyball, you're not supposed to come away with a head with bandages wrapped around your head. That's not normal. Football, maybe. Volleyball, no. Mishima Senpai has it especially bad, though. He gets to deal with Mr. Koshima's... special coaching. Special coaching. With an extra round of bandages when you sign up for special coaching. Never mind, forget I said anything. Special coaching? Please stop talking to me. Ask someone else if you want to know anything. I've tried asking other people, and that got me approximately nowhere. Attention, attention. All matches have concluded. Please get ready to go home for today. Wait, so did we just not have school today? Well, I guess that's not. I mean, when I was in school, or at least not high school, well, no, not high school. Middle school, we did have like field day, so I guess this kind of counts. But we never had anything. But in high school, we never had anything where a day's worth of education would be subbed out for something like a volleyball rally. Damn, we're out of time. How to go? Like we did have something like this in high school where it was during assembly. Occasionally, it wasn't often, but occasionally. Usually it was during pep rallies when they would have the teachers on one side and a group of students, not the actual volleyball team, because obviously the actual official volleyball team, especially the varsity volleyball team, would have smoked the teachers easily. But they just got a student-made teams for volleyball to go up against teacher-made teams for volleyball, and they competed against each other. It was a fun thing to do. It was kind of cool for pep rallies. So we did have something like that. But it wasn't. Oh wait, hold on. Wait, no. I didn't want to. We have a. Oh wait, is that the one we're messing? Okay, I'm guessing. I freaked out for a second because I saw we had the IM message, but I wasn't sure if that was a different one or if it was just the one we did. So I panicked for a second. But fine. Anyway, so we did have them during pep rallies, but never anything where it would like intercut the day's worth of education. That happened in middle school with stuff like field day, but never in high school. Anyway, we're out of time. How'd it go? Well, we got something. We got the info about special coaching, which is like torture level 2 or whatever. So you didn't have any luck either. Let's regroup for now. See you in the courtyard. Okay. Well, that was a waste of a day as far as our... Well, I say that, but it wasn't technically a waste because like I just established that we got the special coaching information. So, it wasn't a total waste, but we could have certainly gotten more information than we did. Anyway, can you talk for a second? Sure. These both sound so mean. It's like, oh, what is it? Or... I'm busy right now. It's like, can I just say, sure, I can talk for a second. Question, what are you busy with right now? Are you waiting for Ryuji to come around? Because I wouldn't expect him to be the punctual type. I think we got time.
It'll be quick. Anyway, what's with you? Like how you were late the other day was a lie and all? There's that weird rumor about you too.
What do you want with him?
Never mind, he was right on time, apparently.
You're not even in our class.
We just happen to get to know each other.
What are you planning on doing to Mr. Kamoshida?
Huh? I see. I getcha. You're all buddy-buddy with Kamoshida after all.
That's a way to put it. What?
This has nothing to do with you, Sakamoto.
If you found out what he's been doing behind your back, you'd dump him right away.
Behind my back? What's that supposed to mean?
I'm sorry. They're treating a relationship between a student and a teacher as very normal. It's not normal. Like, they're talking as if it's, like, totally chill that An, I think they said her name was pronounced An, that An is just in a relationship with Kamoshida. And I'm over here, I'm like, no, not okay, rewind, back it up, that's not okay, that's varying different degrees of not okay. But they're all like, oh yeah, she's just in a relationship with him, yeah, that's cool. Like, the focus here is on the way he's treating the volleyball team, which is bad. Yes, it's horrible, it's awful. But don't you think we should be concerned about the way he's treating people like An as well? No? Anybody? Just me? Okay, just making sure.
You wouldn't get it.
Anyway, people are already talking about you two. I don't know what you're trying to pull, but no one's gonna help you.
If we find evidence, also, well, one, if we find evidence, they have to listen to us. Two, we kind of got. I have a feeling that the last kid we talked to, we can probably get him to help us out. So, you're wrong on both fronts.
I'm warning you, just in case. That's all.
Great, lovely chat. You're not gonna stop us.
So aggressive all the time.
Well, considering my dialogue options and how abrasive they were, I don't really blame her.
She's been like that since middle school. Anyways, that's not what we're here to talk about. I had no luck on my end. What about you? Did anything like someone's name turn up? Huh? Special coaching, huh? True. I always see the guy covered in bruises. Let's go talk to him before he leaves then. Hey, got a second? Sakamoto?
Okay, maybe don't start off being that aggressive.
And you too. Come on, we just want to chat. Kamoshida's been coaching you, huh?
You sound like you're in. Like, the idea here is that we want them to help us because they're being abused by Kamoshida, and that's bad. So we want to empathize with them so that they'll be like, yes, we're on the same team here. We want to bring down Kamoshida. We want to help you. Let's work together to expose him to the world and make sure he can't harm anyone else ever again. The way you do that is very, very calm, very approachable, very genuine, very empathetic. What you don't do is go, alright, Sparky, here's the deal. Word on the street is Kamoshida's been, coaching you, huh? Giving you some special coaching lessons? What's with all the bruises, buddy? He thinks we know what's going on here. It's like, no, that's not how you do this, Ryuji. What are you doing?
It's not just physical.
Why are you so bad at this? I don't understand. You could not suck worse at this if you tried. Outside of literally picking him up by his shirt and going, listen here, buddy, we need you to help us bring him down. You are so bad at this.
Certainly not. What are you talking all polite for?
The idea of talking polite to someone is a foreign concept for Ryuji, apparently.
I saw him spike you today, right in the face.
That was just because I'm not good at the sport.
That's not that. No.
Still, that doesn't explain all the other bruises you've got.
Ryuji, this is not an interrogation. That's the same damn thing everyone else said, and it's bullshit.
Forcing you to keep quiet. That's...
What's going on here?
Right on cue,
Mishima, isn't it time for practice?
he says as he smacks the ruler in his hand.
I'm not feeling well today.
What? Maybe you're better off quitting then. You're never going to improve that crappy form unless you show up to practice.
Every day. All the time. Don't miss a single practice, or else.
Didn't you hear? He ain't feeling well.
Well, Mishima, are you coming to practice or not?
I'll go.
As for you, any more trouble and you'll be gone from this school for sure.
Bastard.
Same goes for you. Didn't the principal tell you to keep in line?
Yes, he did. Maybe you should take his advice as well. Oh, you have an amazing spike.
Just don't get in the way of my practice. All these unsettling rumors are making the students anxious after all. Is that so? Really? The rumors are making the students anxious. Gee, I wonder why that might be. So that you're worried about. You're so genuinely concerned about how everyone's getting so anxious around the school, but you have no concerns whatsoever for the physical and mental well-being of your own volleyball team. Round of applause for Kamoshida, everybody. Just truly stellar coach of the year.
That's your own goddamn fault.
This won't get us anywhere. Let's go, Mishima. Shujin Academy is a place where those with aspirations come to learn.
Learn what? How to get the shit beaten out of them?
Where these students like yourselves don't have any right to be here. Get with the program.
Yes, sir. That asshole. He's gonna pay for this.
There's no point.
Huh?
Proving that he's physically abusing us is meaningless. Everybody knows. Principal, our parents, they all know, and they all keep quiet about it.
What?
This has gotta be a joke.
What? You're gonna have to walk me through that one, buddy.
Don't be a pain. You don't understand what I'm going through.
Maybe I don't, but I can see the bruises on your face, and I can take a guess that you're not having a fun time right now.
Shouldn't you, of all know that nothing's going to help?
No. Okay. All right. We gotta have a chat. Let's rewind a minute. So let make sure I read that correctly. Everyone knows the principal, our parents. They all know. They all keep quiet about it. The principal, I guess I can understand. Well, okay, no, not understand. Understand it implies that you acknowledge that they have a valid point, and you're like, all right, I can see where you're coming from. No. So what I mean by that is I can envision a scenario in which the principal would be okay with this, because, the principal would be like, if our volleyball team performs well, then our school gets more notoriety. Okay. I'm gonna let you keep doing what you're doing, Kamoshida. I'll just turn the other way in case anyone starts to put things together, if you know what I mean. But so I guess I can at least kind of see why that would be the case. But the parents? Really? The parents are cool with this. What batshit crazy dystopian world did I wake up in? Your parents are okay with the coaches physically... Alright, I guess I gotta go on another tangent, because I know someone in my life whose parents were... let me preface this by saying, they would not have been okay... If they knew the teacher or the coach was verbally or physically abusing them in any way, obviously they would have done something about it, so let me just be clear about that. However, there are some parents, including some people that I've known, whose parents were very, maybe persistent is not the right word, that's too nice. Very adamant about their kid performing well, be it in academics or in athletics, to the point where they wouldn't really let them have much of a life in an unhealthy... Actually, kind of like... You know that blue-haired kid from Ultra Sparkles? I forgot his name. I don't care about his name. I've erased that game from my memory for the most part. But I remember that specific plot point, which is that kid with the blue hair who somehow survived being crushed by a pillar. I don't know how, but he did. Because lol, it's Danganronpa. Who cares? But his whole thing was how his parents overworked him, like had him study around the clock and like hooked him up to an IV to keep him going longer or something like that. Not to that extent, but I have known people whose parents are very adamant about making sure their kids perform well in academics and athletics to an excessive, obsessive level, which can be very strenuous and stressful and overbearing on the kid in question. So it's not unheard of for parents to be like, hey, you're gonna do well, and I'm gonna make damn sure you do well by making sure you literally don't do anything else. You stay up all night, you work around the clock, you don't do anything fun or anything ever. Just make sure you stick your nose in the book or whatever you're doing and never take it out ever, and you're gonna ace everything, and if you don't, then bad things happen. So it's not unheard of. Sadly, it's a sad reality that parents want to live vicariously through their children, and they kind of force unreasonable expectations on them, even if it means putting them in physical or mental harm's way. However, so while I can see that doesn't really so I don't know if I'm wording my thoughts well properly. What I'm saying is that, like, it's not impossible in the real world for parents to be... It's not like I'm not okay with it. I would never be okay with this. I don't defend this in any way at all. But I know it's not unheard of. It's not impossible for parents to be so overbearing with how they treat their kids that they'd be like, do well or else kind of thing. But I can't see them extending that same courtesy outward, by which I mean, I can see a parent placing expectations on their own kid, but if a school teacher or coach would ever have laid a finger on their kid, I would hope that they'd be like, all right, I draw the line right there. You don't lay a finger on my kid in any discernible way. I would hope that you draw the line there. Like, you should draw the line at, don't place unreasonable expectations on your kid. Don't force them to, like, stress the hell out physically and mentally to where it actively hurts their mental and physical well-being. That's where you should draw the line. But, you know, if you're gonna have the mindset, then I would assume that you would at least draw the line when it comes to the parents, the teachers and coaches being like, yeah, I'm gonna beat you up so that you perform better. You'd think they draw the line there, right? But apparently not in this world. That's a messed up world.
I'll try one more time to persuade the other guys. That's all I can do.
You better not get away with this. Like, we better actually bring him down by the end of this game. The game damn well better not end before we bring him down. Like, it better not be a thing where the villain wins and gets away, and that's like the ending is like the ending of the game is some moral lesson about how sometimes bad things happen and you can't do anything to stop it. It better not be that. Like, we better actually have him face justice or something like that. I went off from all the stuff that happened today, like, you know, talking. I should probably head to sleep soon. Oh, don't be a dream. Can I get one night off without a crazy dream? Oh. This don't make any damn sense. Welcome to the prologue. The principal and even the parents know about the abuse. Why isn't anyone speaking up? Because volleyball. I can't imagine that. I would hope that you as a parent would let nothing stop. Like, if you knew your kid was being physically or mentally abused, you wouldn't let anything stop you come hell or high water. You would do what you could to get justice for your kid and make sure they were okay. So I would hope to hell it's not this one. I would also hope to hell it's not that they don't care it's happening, because that's just like, hey son, how was school? And he's limping in, like he's lost, like he's bleeding out, and he's just like crawling into the house. He says, I need help. My coach kicked the crap out of me. And he's like, yeah, sounds fun, cool, alright, well, go do your homework, alright, cool. And he just sits there. It's like, I'd hope that wouldn't be the case. Like I said, like I just spent like 5 minutes ranting about, the only situation I can even envision this happening in the world is if they're like, well, you know, they're kind of having a rough time in terms of being abused, but they're performing well, they'll get a nice scholarship out of it, so, you know, it's the hardest, you know, not everything comes easy in life, so sometimes you gotta make those sacrifices or whatever. That's the only way. Again, not defending and not saying it's okay. It's not okay in even the slightest capacity. But it's the only situation in which I can envision a parent. I can envision a bad parent, I should say, being like, yeah, it's okay that the coach is abusing my kid. It's basically because Kamoshida made the volleyball team famous, yeah? Even so, they don't give him the right to do it. Damn well right he doesn't. He's beating kids up and all they're allowed to do is endure. And that follower of his doesn't give one single shit. I'm guessing. Takamaki, yeah, you met her in the courtyard, remember? You should know where I mean, she's in your class, dude. What a load of bull. I can't let it end like this. I'm gonna try and find someone who knows about what's going on with Kamoshida during break tomorrow. It's just you watch, I ain't giving up. I don't want to give up either. I definitely do not want to give up either. I'm, like, really invested in seeing Kamoshida get his comeuppance. And I don't know if, it's probably because I've seen this kind of stuff happen, like, I talked about this yesterday, I'm not gonna go on another tangent. And obviously, I've never seen anything to this extent where they're like callously, maliciously like, "Mwahaha, I'm evil because I'm evil." Like, obviously, I've never seen anyone like this. It's not to this extent. But like I said yesterday, I have seen. I know of sports teams that have been pushed to the brink because the coach wants them to do extremely well, come hell or high water. I've had friends and I've known people whose parents push them to extreme lengths to do well in school, to do well on their sports teams, without really putting their own mental and physical well-being as first priority. I know people like that, so I guess it's just a little closer to, this issue's a bit closer to my heart because I've seen this kind of stuff happen. So yeah, I'm a little more than a little invested in seeing Kamoshida get his comeuppance. That said, please let me skip the dream. Can we just have like one night where we don't have the crazy wacko dream, please? Please? Yes! I think, maybe. Yes, we made it to the next day. Woohoo! Oh, thank goodness. Like, I'm sure those dreams will have some significance later, but for right now, they just weird me out. I'll be honest, they just weird me out. Anyway, did you see Mr. Kamoshida play yesterday? He was so awesome. Yeah, it's not. There are many words I would use to describe Kamoshida. Awesome is not one of them. My answer was autograph. Oh! Yeah, careful about that, or else he might... No, I'm not gonna make that joke. Don't that's such a good idea. I hear that you shouldn't go near the PE faculty office. Yeah, because as soon as that door closes, you come out of there a changed person. People say you can hear weird sounds like screaming even though no one's there. Me, I wonder why that might be. That's probably just a rumor spread by fans to scare the competition. Oh, you people. You'll defend anything. If Kamoshida gets away with this, I will uninstall the game immediately. And I will not even hesitate. So about witnesses. I wonder if we can get something out of Takamaki. since she's with Kamoshida. I gotta be honest, it's kind of weird that I have to actually press X to get him to talk back to me. I get why, because, like, you know, it allows you to fully read what he's saying before he sends the next test message. But I'm used to mechanics in other games where their messages come through in a streamline and like you can't control how fast they come in, so it just takes some getting used to. That ain't why. You know how we didn't get a thing out of the volleyball team? I figured it'd be a good idea to talk to someone who knows them. Takamaki's BFFs with a starter, a girl named Suzui. I tried to talk to that girl during break, but I got nothing. That's why we should have Takamaki talk to her. Then again, I guess it'll be hard getting her. Yeah, see, the problem with that plan is that it involves getting her to help us, which is like your plan's already failed from that start. Let me see what else I can come up with. Alrighty then. Oh, and school's already done for the day.
Shouldn't you be heading to volleyball? Uh-huh. That bruise above your eye. Is that from practice, too?
Yeah.
Are you sure you're not pushing yourself too hard?
Yeah. This is not on her, this is your stupid, wacko, creepy boyfriend who's a teacher and you're a student.
I'm okay. Volleyball's the only thing I can do right.
This is
Take that?
so many varying degrees of not okay.
It's probably just my part-time job, I think.
I should get going.
Shiho. Are you...
Uh-huh.
You should know she's not okay, come on.
Yes. Today won't work. I'm not feeling so good.
Oh no.
Sorry. Bye.
Hey, wasn't that Takamaki?
I still love the descriptions of students. Bored male student.
Rumor has it she's dating Kamoshida.
Rumor-loving student.
Seriously?
I heard people saw them in his car together.
You know, she seems pretty easy, huh? You think I'd have a chance too?
Oh, don't describe people as easy. What is wrong with you?
Come on, dude. You can't go after Kamoshida's bitch.
Yeah, that's what's wrong with. Not the fact that he's like, dude, she'd be so easy, lol. Yeah, the problem isn't that she just describes someone as being easy to get with. That no. The problem is, oh come on, Kamoshida's already dating her. That's not, well, that is a problem because it's a teacher dating a student. So that's one problem. You nailed that part. But the other problem is the way he just talked about people in this universe suck.
What? Oh, I'm in the way, aren't I? Sorry.
All I hear is Chiaki.
I really am sorry, though. I must have spaced out. You don't look familiar. Could you be that transfer student from Class D?
What's this? Are we gonna find the first nice person in? Oh, are we about to meet the first nice person in this damn school? And of all people, it's the one that's voiced by Chiaki's voice actress? Wow! What a coinky-dink! Oh, bump the mic again.
Good. That would be for the best. My best friend is often misunderstood too, all because of her looks. Sorry. I didn't mean to drag on like that.
Please, I've dragged on way longer with conversations in this LP so far.
Anyway, I have to go to practice. I'll see you around.
Yeah, so if for no one else's sake, we gotta put an end to Kamoshida's reign for her sake.
Hell. Is that what it looks like? All of them kept saying the same shit Mishima was talking about. Kamoshida had to have told him something. At this rate, looks like we'll have to go to him directly.
That's not... There's no point. That's not gonna get you anywhere.
But seriously, isn't there something we can do?
I'm guessing what's gonna happen is An's gonna be like, hey, I've seen that my friend is kind of in a really rough spot right now. I understand that you guys were right all along, so now I'm gonna help you. It's like, thanks. Could have skipped all the steps in the middle there, but, you know, at least we got there eventually.
Like this. Can you think of anything?
How about a sneak attack? What could possibly go wrong?
So you want to tell them about the castle? They'd never believe us.
Nothing about what I just said involves talking about the castle to any degree.
Have any other ideas?
Wait, I actually have to say a sneak attack? Really?
That'd be fine if we could do it without getting caught, but if we did, we'd be seriously done for. You got any other ideas? What do we do?
Okay, then.
King? You mean that other world's Kamoshida? I didn't think of that. Is there any meaning to...
I finally found you.
What?
Don't think you can get away with not paying me back for helping you.
Okay.
That voice... Is that you, Morgana?
Okay, then.
How dare you up and leaving me the other day?
The cat's talking?
I am not a cat. This is just what happened when I came to this world.
I was gonna make a joke, but that's a spoiler for a different game, so I guess I can't. You know, if you know, you know.
It was a lot of trouble finding you two.
Wait, you came to our world? Does that mean you've got a phone?
You don't need one when you're at my level. I did get pretty lost making my escape.
This game.
Why can you talk? You're a cat.
How should I know?
You hearing this too?
Me.
Then it really is Morgana.
I should have said meow. I should have said meow.
You guys are having a rough time of this, I heard you mention something about witnesses.
Oh, shut up.
You know, I could tell you a thing or two about what to do about Kamoshida.
And let me guess, there's gonna be a price attached to that information?
You were pretty close just a moment ago.
God, that condescending attitude. This thing's gotta be Morgana.
You were still doubting me?
Yeah, quiet down.
We really have to be looking for a cat in a busy time like this?
I just heard a meow somewhere near here. Didn't you hear it?
Make sure you check every nook and cranny around.
Every suspicious-looking nook and cranny, if you will.
Meow? Does that mean only us two can understand what you're saying?
Looks like it.
What the hell's going on? Anyways, what you were talking about earlier, is it for real?
You're quite the skeptic for being an idiot.
Hey, tell us more. Then again, this probably ain't the best place. Here, stick it in your bag for now. It should be just small enough to fit.
Hey! How dare you treat me like... Don't be so rough with me.
Enough of that. You said you know how we can do something about Kamoshida, right?
It has to do with what this guy was talking about earlier. You'll need to attack his castle.
What do you mean?
That castle is how Kamoshida views this school. He doesn't realize what happens in there, but it's deeply connected to the depths of his heart. Thus, if the castle disappears, it would naturally impact the real Kamoshida.
What'd happen?
A palace is a manifestation of a person's distorted desires. So, if that castle were no more... Precisely. You sure pick up things fast.
For real? He's gonna turn good?
Okay, but that doesn't really... like, that's not how that... I don't want to have to compare this to Toy Story 4. I don't want to do that, but that just suffice to say, it just... if someone does bad things, and then one day they decide, I'm gonna start doing good things instead, that doesn't make up for the bad things they... like, yes, it would make it so that he doesn't abuse the students anymore, but he still needs to face justice for the time in which he did abuse the students, so I don't know that... like, this'll fix the problem, but it won't avenge this. Like, it won't bring justice to the students.
But is that really getting back at him?
Erasing a palace essentially means forcing the owner to have a change of heart. However, even though their warped wants disappear, the crimes they committed remain. Kamoshida will become unable to bear the weight of those crimes, and he'll confess them himself.
Okay, I am now on board with this plan. I fully support this plan now.
That's possible?
Assuming you're actually correct and he is going to confess, in which case I fully support this plan.
And since the palace will no longer exist, he'll forget what we did there as well.
This plan is immaculate. I fully support it all the way.
Not only will we be able to bring Kamoshida down, but there won't even be a trace of our involvement.
Excellent.
That's amazing! You are one incredible cat!
True. Except for the cat part.
So, how do we get rid of the palace?
By stealing the treasure held within.
Steal
The Ark of the Covenant?
I'll
I mean, that was just a random joke earlier, but you know.
ahead with this. It's my most valuable secret plan, after all.
I had a feeling there'd be a catch.
If you want to help me out, I'll gladly teach you. What's your call?
Our luck's running dry looking for witnesses. Guess we have no choice but to go along.
Alright. Let's do it.
Good. Oh, right. There's one more thing I should tell you. If we erase a palace, there is no doubt that the person's distorted desires will be erased as well. But desires are what we all need in order to survive. The will to sleep, eat, fall in love. Those sorts of things.
What are you getting at?
If all of those yearnings were to vanish, they'd be no different than someone who is shut down entirely.
So we have to be surgical in our evisceration, is what you're
They
saying.
may even die if they're not given proper care. So,
They might die!
will you listen to everything I have to say first?
Would their death be our fault?
Aren't you determined enough to face those kinds of risks?
Hey, what do you think?
We just have to be surgical about it. Just don't erase. We'll have to risk it. So, basically, what Morgana said is just don't erase everything. Like, you need desires to live, so that's cool. Just don't erase the desire to live, eat, sleep, and all that. Just erase the desire to torture students. Maybe just focus on that little bit, and then leave the rest, and then we're all good.
For real?
Sheesh. I come all this way and this is what I get. It's not like anyone will ever find out.
It's like basically we're just trying to purge a tumor out of him. Is basically what we're doing here.
That's not the point. If we just go around secretly doing whatever we want, we'd be no better than that effing Kamoshida.
Okay, so Kamoshida is like torturing students, or we're trying to stop him from torturing students. It's two different wavelengths here, buddy.
Isn't this your only option? I'll come back later. Make sure you've made your decision by then.
No, we've already made it. That we're done. The decision has been made.
All worked up for nothing. Damn it. I'll try and see if I can figure out another way.
Yeah, good luck. I'll hold my breath.
Let's get out of here.
And then when you fail, we'll go with the cat's plan. Oh, ring-a-ding-ding. Some of the guys in my class have been talking about that Suzui girl. Looks like rumors are going around about her and Kamoshida. If they're true, it's the one who can get her to talk. Still, something about that doesn't seem right. Do you know something? It's nothing so clear-cut, but I've known Takamaki and Suzui since middle school. There's just no way Kamoshida's their type, you know? I gotta wonder where those rumors came from. Guess get to it tomorrow. See ya. Interesting. Okay, listen as I go home. Takamaki always looks kind of unhappy whenever Mr. Kamoshida talks to her. Maybe she doesn't want to talk to him at school to show off how she's got him wrapped around her finger. Gross. So that's going on. I wonder how far they've gone together. I don't want to hear the rest of that conversation. That's gross and disgusting, and I hate it. Alright, what do you have to say? I saw that new transfer student hanging out with Sakamoto-kun. Two of them are very scary. He doesn't look like the kind of guy who'd have a criminal record. Maybe he's one of those. People in those actions, maybe he suddenly freaks out and attacks people. Don't think so. Okay, I don't. Yeah, you're talking. I didn't want to. No. We're good. Okay, time to leave. What about you? Final pair. Sakamoto's been asking questions about the volleyball team. Who does he think he is? He's an inquisitive student. Volleyball team's never going to tell him anything. They're all completely loyal to Kamoshida. I don't know why, because they're literally being beat. They're getting the crap beaten out of them every day. Kamoshida likes them. Their future's pretty much set. Of course, they'd back him up. Speaking of which, I hear Kamoshida's new favorite girl is someone named Suzui. Oh, the girl was just chosen to What now? The girl who was chosen to be a regular? Oh, okay then. Well, that was neat. Time to go return home, because the first time we made our way through the subway station, it went so well. So let's do it. Okay, so, I think this is how we got here the first time? Honestly, I don't. Navigating the subway station was a complete train wreck the first time, so let's hope it goes better this time. I have a vague idea of how to get back. I think backtracking should be easier than making my way to school in the first place, right? In theory. Okay, go through here. Get the camera oriented. Okay. Do we pass? I think we had to go this way? Maybe? Go to station. I think this is the way we went. Oh, hello.
Please give it a rest. I told you, I'm not feeling up to it.
Yeah, I don't like these conversations.
What? That's not what you promised. And you call yourself a teacher?
This is really uncomfortable to listen to.
This has nothing to do with Shiho. Shiho's starting position.
Could have picked a better way to phrase that, given the circumstances.
Wait, were you listening?
Not on purpose.
Haven't you heard of privacy?
I'm sorry, I can't turn off my ears. Also, I'm kind of in the middle of a case where we're trying to prove that Kamoshida is a terrible, horrible, awful scumbag human being who physically abuses his volleyball students and who's having sexual relationships with other students. So there's really no room to defend him this time.
I was out of line. So, how much did you hear?
Enough. Something about a friend.
Shiho. It's nothing at all.
Lie. Lie. These are the lies we tell ourselves. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Oh, great. Now, oh great, oh lovely, a chase game. No way I'm gonna be able to keep up with her, but I'll give my best. Oh no, we're literally, oh god, we're playing Run Run Rudolph, except this time it's, really, I have to go, the game didn't let me go down the escalator that was going the wrong direction. Oh, where did she, oh, you didn't make it very far. Her AI, I guess, got bugged out on the green pillar.
Stop following me. Just leave me alone.
Oh, it's not my fault you got stuck in front of the green pillar.
Why do you keep worrying about me?
I know you're used to being with people who don't worry about you at all, but my interest in the situation is that I just want to bring Kamoshida down, so therefore I'm worried about you, I'm worried about the people that are on the volleyball team, I'm worried about every single student at the school who he's abused in one way or another. Which I guess is foreign territory for someone who spends all the time with Kamoshida, but you know. Let's go somewhere. This is not. This could be taken a bad way. Let's just say I want to talk.
What the heck? I really don't get you. I don't have anything to talk about with you.
And yet we made it all the way to the restaurant and got a table.
Just an argument.
Seems like he's really stressed out.
Thank you very much. You've heard the rumors, haven't you? About Mr. Kamoshida.
They're more than rumors.
Everyone says we're getting it on. But that's so not true. That was him on the other line. I avoided giving him my number for the longest time. He told me to go to his place after this. You know what it means. If I turn him down, he said he'd take my friend off as a regular on the team.
That's sexual harassment.
I'm telling myself this is all for Shiho's sake.
God damn it.
I can't take it anymore. I've had enough of this. I hate him. But still, Shiho's my best friend. She's all I have left in that sorry excuse of a school. Tell me, what should I do? Sorry. shouldn't have asked. It's not your problem. What am I saying? I've barely even talked to you before.
Well, lot to unpack there. Okay, so first of all, we were right. I knew from the moment we met her and we saw her get into the damn car, I'm like, that's bad. That's the big bad right there. So we were correct, and we now know why it's happening. It's because she's doing it for her friend, which is admirable, loyal, and I understand wanting to do things to help your friend. I completely understand that. However, what you're doing is not okay. This is sexual harassment. This is literally the teacher's. It's not only that. It's sexual harassment with a minor, because it's a full-grown teacher, adult human male teacher, sexually harassing a teenage high school student. This is not okay on so many different levels. So I have nothing but respect and admiration for your bravery in coming forward about this, and we are here to help you in literally any way we possibly can to move forward to this. I respect the hell out of what you, like, your morals and your determination to want to help your friend, admirable. I respect the hell out of that, but what you're doing is like you're putting yourself in massively harm's way. We need to do something about this. So, Jesus, this game. This is the tutorial! This is the tutorial! We're in tutorial mode still, and this is the level of stuff that we are dealing with. It's what in the world is waiting for me beyond the tutorial? I don't even know that I don't know that I want to know. I'm not sure I want to find out what's waiting for me beyond the tutorial, if this is what we can expect in the early, whoa, Jesus Christ, this game is not dancing around serious topics. Why are all of your options so crap? They're all so bad. I guess this one.
No, this was all my fault.
This was not your fault. He gave you an
So weird. Usually everyone just ignores me.
He gave you a terrible, horrible ultimatum.
Are you really a bad person? I've heard people talking about you, but I just don't see it.
Why are your options so crap?
That you assaulted someone. That you almost killed them.
I watched that cutscene, and unless I'm just missing major context, it looks like what happened there is he saw someone getting sexually assaulted, and he said, hey, I have the power to do something about this. I'm gonna stop this man from raping this young woman. So he ran up to him, and then he yanked him off her, and I guess that got him thrown to the ground. So he did not almost get him killed. He stood up for someone when they needed help. Unless it gets revealed at the end of the game that, like, there's major context missing from that situation, I don't really have any reason to think that our player character is anything other than an upstanding moral citizen.
Kinda had a feeling they were all just exaggerations.
Okay, so we're finally finding the characters who have brains. So, we have, her name is Shiho, I think? I could be getting that wrong. I think it's something like that. It's the one who Chiaki's voice actress voices. We have her, she's compassionate, she's nice, that's one. Then we have An, who's clearly has a good head on her shoulders, has her heart in the right place in terms of wanting to help her friends, and knows to see through the bullshit, just like Shiho, about what actually happened and with our player character's history. We're finally finding the characters with brains. It took a while, but we're finally getting there.
You seemed lonely. Almost like you didn't belong anywhere. You're the same in that regard. Maybe that's why it was so easy for me to talk to you. Is there really no way for me to help Shiho? I wish he'd just change his mind. Like, forget about me and everything.
Jesus Christ.
As if something like that would ever happen.
Alright, well, let me tell you a little something about an alternate dimension.
I wasn't asking for a serious response. But I do feel a bit better now.
Good.
I'm gonna head home.
Okay. That's okay. You do what you need to.
Don't tell anyone what I told you, okay?
Absolutely, wouldn't say a
I'll try and
word.
think of a way to persuade Kamoshida. Well,
Good luck with that.
thanks.
Okay, wow. Wow. Tutorial, by the way. Still in tutorial. Still tutorial mode. And this is the level of conversation that we're having with people. This game is pulling no punches.
Are you leaving?
What is it?
Mr. Kamoshida's asking for you.
Don't
He's
like
in
that.
the PE faculty office.
Oh no. Oh no. The final boss room. No.
What did he say?
I don't know. Well, I
You,
have to
what?
go.
That's not... Hey, he's asking... I just talked to Kamoshida and he wants to see you. So the response would be, okay, what'd he say? And you just say, oh, I don't know, despite the fact that you just told him not 2 seconds ago that he told you... This man...
On.
You're late. Where have you been?
Back to... So we went from dealing with... just a gentle reminder of the characters waiting for us back at home, just the absolute worst. I mean, look, I'll say this. You're not Kamoshida. Like, Kamoshida's a terrible... So you suck because you're an asshole. But you're not Kamoshida. Kamoshida is a terrible, horrible, despicable, no good, very bad human being who deserves to be locked up for the rest of his life. You're just an asshole, okay? There's a difference, right? There's different tiers of bad. So you're all the way at the bottom. You're like low tier. You're like, all right, you're an asshole. I don't like dealing with you, and you seem to have no respect for me. But you've pledged your loyalty to taking care of me, and you're also not a sexual abuser. So you know, you got that going for you. Then we had Kamoshida on the other hand, who's just like doing everything he can to be a horrible, terrible, no good, very bad person. I could say I got lost again.
Just don't come running to me when you get arrested. That'll be
What?
it for you, remember? By the way, you haven't been hanging around any bad influences, have you?
Imagine telling the person you're staying with that you got harassed by a thug, meaning you could have potentially been assaulted, or robbed, or murdered, or something on the way home, and the response is, well then don't come crying when you get arrested. It's like, how is that your response? Never.
Alright.
Lies, lies, lies.
You do hang with people. Just be careful you don't choose someone who will ruin your life. Ooh, look at the time. Seriously, think about how I feel having to stay up here waiting for you. Hey, I'm leaving. In the future, try not to come back so damn late.
Oh my god, this man... Okay, so it puts it into perspective when you meet someone like Kamoshida. It's like, okay, yes, Sojiro is an asshole, but he's not Kamoshida. Still doesn't mean I have to like Sojiro. Still doesn't mean I have to like him. In fact, I still really don't like him at all. So what do you think about what Morgana told us? I don't know if I get all that stuff about stealing desires, and Kamoshida's gonna turn like brain dead if we mess up, right? I'm sure I'm pissed at him. I don't know if I really want to kill the guy. So we don't have to. Too much he deserves. I'm not sure what to say. So, I mean, like, he's a terrible, horrible, no good, awful human being who deserves to rot in prison for the rest of his miserable life because of all the things he's done. Of the abuse the physical abuse he's committed to his volleyball players, the verbal abuse he's committed to all the students, and the sexual abuse that he's committed against people like An. So, you know, there's really no room for defending him. We're also not gonna kill him. You know, we're not going to do that. We're going to remove his desire to do bad things so that he confesses to all his horrible crimes, and then he goes to prison for the rest of his life. No one has to die. Easy. Problem solved. Everybody wins. Well, I mean, not Kamoshida, but we win. So, you know, that's all that matters. So, I wouldn't say he deserves to die. Like, he doesn't... he deserves to be caught and sent to prison because he's awful and he's a criminal and that he deserves. But we're not just gonna straight up kill him. So I guess this one? Like, what we're gonna do is we're gonna be surgical about this. We're gonna go into the palace, snip out all the bits that are crap, leave all the rest. It's kind of like Vision with the Mind Stone. Take out what we need, leave all the rest, and then leave. Easy. Well, I mean, not easy, but you know, just in and out, 20-minute adventure, or whatever the line for Rick and Morty is. I haven't seen Rick and Morty, but I know that that's a quote from the show. We go into the palace, we snip out the tumor that is his horrible desires, we leave all the rest of him, come back to the real world, palace is destroyed, he becomes a good person, I guess, and then he turns himself in, he's gone forever, the students are saved, everyone wins, except Kamoshida, but who cares, happily ever after, and then I don't know what happens next in this game, so, yeah. Alright, I am fully on board with this plan. Right. We ain't gonna settle anything at this rate, I think. I'm thinking murder's a bit much, though. Oh well. I'll try and see if I can come up with some other way tonight. Well, like, you're treating this as if going to the palace is an instant kill. It's not. We just have to be surgical about it. We just have to be extremely careful about what we do. So, and we can do that. We can be surgical about it. I have no qualms whatsoever about our ability to do this. But on that note, I think I'm gonna end the episode here. This is a good episode. This was good. I'm really getting into this. I'm still not sold on the actual palace exploration. I'll revisit my thoughts on the palaces I'm assuming after we go against the final boss of this chapter or whatever. this tutorial chapter, by the way, of bringing down Kamoshida. I'll reassess my thoughts and feelings on the palaces after that battle. But this aspect of the game, like the slow exploration, the investigation, the dynamic talking to all the people, I'm really into this. I'm really, really liking this so far. So I cannot wait to keep playing. So thank you everybody so much for watching. Stay tuned for next time. I hope to catch you all tomorrow for some more Persona 5 Royal. Goodbye.